Good Sunday afternoon, everyone. How are you today? I am Amy Williams, an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and it is October 1st, 2022. I am so excited that October is here. I am in McKinney, Texas. So if you are familiar with Texas at all, that doesn't mean a whole lot when you say it's October, but it is down in the 80s and it was 40, I think 42 this morning. It was so nice to sit on the patio and drink coffee and felt like, winter in Texas, or, as cold as we get, really. No, I'm just kidding. It does get cold, but right now the 80s are pretty chilly for us. We had a really hot summer, so it's nice to just everything cool down. So I had a hard time today deciding what I wanted to do. And I was like, I just couldn't think of it. This week I had stamp night and I did, I love the cards I did, but I was like, I don't want to do that for my YouTube video. So I was like, what am I going to do? So I was talking to my husband today. Oh, and yesterday was World Card Making Day. So I did watch some of that and I got some good tips on that. And I wanted to use one of the sets from that. And I just couldn't decide what to do. And my husband goes, are you going to do a Halloween card? I said, Halloween. Oh, it is October. I didn't really have, I don't have any Halloween steps, to be honest with you. I have a fall set though. So I was like, oh, good idea, hun. Good idea. So I decided to do that. And if you know any teachers, you know that October is one of the hardest months of the year for us. It's just, kids are settling in, they're tired, they're grumpy. We're tired, we're grumpy. And I noticed one of my teachers was just having a really hard week last week. And I thought, you know what? I'm a librarian, so I'm kind of in a different position. A lot of times they'll come in and they'll talk when they need something. And so just to get out their frustration. So I wanted this one teacher to know that I'm here for her. So I was like, I want to make her a card, and this was perfect. So here's the card that I have come up with. I'm going to switch the camera so I can show it to you. If you like my video, if you could like and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. In the description, I'll have my website that you can go to, amywilliams.stampinup.net, and then my host code if you'd like to purchase anything you see. I would, be honored to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. So here we go. Let's flip and see the card. All righty. Here is my card. Let's make sure I've got everything the way it needs to be. Okay, so here's my card. It's just a little, it's not totally Halloween, but it's fall. And you can see it says, my door is always open to you. Because I just want, I just want her to know that if she needs somebody to talk to, I'm here for her. I'm always here for her. And I just want my teachers to know that. And so I'm going to make sure that's bright enough. Okay, so that is, that's what I'm going to do today. All right. So as I said, that yesterday was World Card Making Day. And Stampin' Up! Came out with a stamp set that was available September 1st, kind of in honor of World Card Making Day. It was called This Warmest Welcome set. It's a photopolymer. I love this door and window. It's got some open house, open heart, open mind. It's got It's Your Day. My door's always open. Let's spend time together. I love that one. Welcome. Knowing You feels like coming home. I love it. The coffee, the feet, just really cute stuff. And then it also has a wonderful die set that it will cut out the door. It has another door that you can use. It cuts out this cute little birthday stack. So just lots of cute little things. The hands cut out the cat, the little kitty, the bouquet, and the shoes also cut out. So I think that's pretty cool. So we're going to be using this today, and I'm going to show you how we're going to do it. And I learned this yesterday on through Stampin' Up! On World Card Making Day. So I thought that was really interesting. I love what they did here. So I'm gonna show you how we're going to stamp this. I'm going to start with my Cajun Craze paper, and so I'm going to stamp this stamp set first, the the door first, okay? I'm gonna stamp the door, but I'm gonna be honest, you know, photopolymer, it's got this pretty large hole in it, and sometimes when you set it on your block, it can be a little cattywampus, and then if you go to die cut it, well then it's not gonna be straight, and you certainly don't want that. So, this brilliant idea on World Card Making Day, they showed us this, and I'm going to find it. There it is. So what I did was I cut out, I went ahead, I'm going to turn it like this. I die cut this on basic white thick is actually what I did it on, because I want to be able to keep this piece of paper in my die cut, in my in the stamp set. So then what I can do is I'm going to turn it over, because that's the way you stamp. And I'm going to place it on here so that I can see that it fits in the die cut, that it's, you know, it's not cattywampus to that. Then I'm going to take my die and put it on. Okay. So then I've got that is on there, and I can move this. Now, I know that's crooked, but it didn't matter because I'm going to be cutting things out. So there you go. All right, I'm going to use Momentum, or Memento. I don't know why I always say Memento. Anytime I use a big block, I always go like this. I don't know why. I just do. So I'm just going to tap this up. I'm going to do quite a bit because I'm kind of running out of ink. So here we go. Are you ready for my door? I hope that works. There we go. Get that on there a little bit. And ta-da! There's my door. All right. So that is stamped. And now we're going to die cut it out. And I'm going to go ahead and bring my die cutter over. Now on the card, I'm going to show you this before I go to do my die cutting. So I'm going to set this to the side just for a moment. I am going to also use this Hello Harvest set. I love it. This is my fall set. I just buy one. I'm going to do this pumpkin inside from here, but I'm in the die cut set. It has this adorable pumpkin, and I don't know if it shows on camera, but it's textured. So the cutout is textured, and that we're going to use this and these. Okay, so on the die cut you can see that. Do this. Now I'm going to tell you the die cuts sets do not come with magnets on them. I buy those on Amazon on a roll and cut them out just because I like to do that. And well, that's just me. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Now we're going to use this, and we're going to die cut this, and this all at once. We're going to play a little bit of Tetris. So I'm going to go ahead and get my die set, or my die cut machine. So hold tight just a moment. All right, so here is my cut and emboss. All right, and then I've got my plates. So let me get this plate. I've got plate 1, plate 2, and plate 3. I went ahead and I've already put this on here. So I'm going to get my Rustic Harvest dies, and I'm going to put this on the blue. Make sure I lay it down. I've messed that up before, I'll admit. Okay, then I'm going to do that. Then I'm going to do this little top of it, and I'm just going to tear that off because I don't need that. Okay, I'm going to put that right there. Then I love this little swirly gig, so I'm going to do him right there. So there's that. And then I've got my door, and it fits right there. Now what I'm going to do with the door is I always do this on the mat, on the machine. I don't try to do it over here and then put it on, because I'm not that good and I know that I will mess it up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to lay it out, and I'm going to I'm going to put some washi tape. Now I use washi tape instead of Post-it note or Post-it note tape, which you can absolutely do. I've just found it doesn't stick as well as I need it to, but sometimes washi tape is a little too sticky. So this one I haven't used before. So instead of just going straight on, I'm going to kind of use my fingers a little bit and do that. And so I'm gonna make sure I get this as straight as I can get it. Let's make sure I've got that. Okay. All right, there we go. I'm gonna definitely use 2 sheets on this, or 2 pieces. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna put this over here. So now I'm ready. Now I feel pretty good. Okay, move over. Okay, where's my top? There it is. I'm gonna put this on here. I'm gonna hold it and roll it through. And you do hear a little bit of cracking. That's okay. That's normal. I'm afraid that moved. Oh, let's see. Let's see if that moved on me. Okay, let's move this out of the way. And let's see. I've got pumpkins. All right. Yep. I've got, let's get this out of the way. I've got the top to the pumpkin, and I've got the swirly jig, and this thing does tend to not come out. So if it doesn't come out on your die, it's got these nifty little holes for you, and you just push it in there, and look at that. It just pulls it, pushes it out, so you can just pull and go. So there's your little swirly gig. Now for the true test, if I did this right. And you know what? I think I did. It looks good. I like it. There we go. Now, if you know me, you know I'm very frugal and I don't want to waste, okay? So this little piece right here, this perfect little rectangle, I'm keeping it. It's going in my stash because I will definitely use that again. Now, since we also have the die machine out, or I lied, it's not, but it is now. So since we have it, I'm gonna go ahead, put that right on top, and go ahead and do our background stamp so that I don't have to get this out again. So I'm gonna move this over. I am using this, can y'all see that? Okay, the brick and mortar. I love the brick and mortar. I use it all the time. So that's the one we're using today. So I'm gonna take a piece of basic white and I'm gonna put it in here. And of course you wanna make sure you've got the bricks the way you wanted to. The other night I did it the wrong way because I was doing it different. All right, so I'm just gonna, I've got plate 1 down. I'm gonna close that up and I'm gonna put that down. And then I'm gonna add plate 4. That's all you need for an emboss. And then you're gonna pull it through. And then you have a beautifully embossed piece. Just like that. So there is your beautifully embossed brick, okay? Now let's get to some fun, okay? I don't know what that is. All right, here we go. Let's see, uh-oh. You know what I did? I lost, oh, that's probably what I just pushed to the ground, wasn't it? Yeah, no? Huh. I think I lost my swirly gig. Oh, did I? Yeah. Here's my swirly gig. He latched onto the embosser, so there he is. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and start building our card. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do this first. Okay, so I have the brick. I want it to look a little more like brick. So I'm gonna use my blending brush and I'm gonna use soft suede. So I'm gonna open that up. Now, I'm gonna go against pretty much everything I've probably ever said when it comes to blending brushes. I usually say when you get in here, you're gonna tap it in here. I still am gonna have you tap it off, okay? You're still gonna tap it off, but I normally say go in circles. I'm always gonna say, oh, you're just gonna rub it in circles, but I don't want you to do that today. What I want you to do for this is we're gonna go back and forth, okay? And the reason is because I really want those edges of the brick to come out. And I feel like when I went back and forth that it brought those out a little bit more. So let me get a little bit more. Okay. Oh, it got a little dark over there, but that's okay. It's all good. And I'm not gonna worry about the bottom too much because we're gonna cover that. Okay. And and I always tell you not to do that finger, and I am doing it. Oh, look at that. Amy, you stuck your finger in there, didn't you? All right, well, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do this, and we're gonna fix it. This is how we fix things, right? Okay, let me rub that on my pants so I don't get that. So I'm lied, we're gonna do this top a little bit, and I didn't tap off, that's okay. This is darker brick. Okay, so I'm putting it this way because when I put this on, we'll just make sure that we cover that up. And see, there's no mistakes in stamping. There's none. You can't make a mistake. So I just like when you do it back and forth, I feel like it gave you a little bit more of the brick, and I like that little brush to this side. That's why I didn't go to the center on that. Now, while I have my blending brush and that out, I'm also going to do the inside piece because we're going to do, my door is always open to you on the inside, but I want it to have the same color look. So I'm gonna take this again and I'm gonna go, and this one, yes, I am gonna go round and round because that's kind of a better way to do it, okay? All right, so that's gonna kind of match. Now again, one more thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the inside piece. I'm gonna stamp I'm gonna stamp a pumpkin on the inside over here, but I don't want that stark white, and I could use very vanilla, but I want the soft suede look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Okay, and I really want this light. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm holding it from the back, and I'm gonna barely touch because I can be, you know, a little heavy-handed, and you don't want that. And I'm kind of gonna leave a little area back down here open because I know I'm gonna be doing that pumpkin over there. So that's kind of like that. So that's just a little, just to make the inside match the outside, right? So I want to do that. Again, while this is open and since I have it out, let's go ahead and stamp the inside, and it's my door is always open to you. And I'm going to stamp that in the stamp suede and try to get it in the middle and hope it's straightish. Oh, it's straightish. I like it. All right, so there we go. Now I can close this up, so I'm not worried about that drying out or anything. Okay, now let's talk about putting this together. Okay, I'm gonna move this over, and we're gonna put the pumpkin together. I think this is so cool. I hope you can see on the camera where it's got that little bit of embossed look on the pumpkin. I just think it's so cute. So I'm gonna use my liquid glue for this. And I bought this on Amazon. It looks a little more decorated than what you would get on Amazon because my dog decided to decorate it by chewing it. And this was the one that was safe because he also chewed the black one. So these are pretty darn sturdy, I'm gonna say, because he's got some pretty strong teeth. So there you go. There's my beautifully decorated thing. So, all right, so I'm gonna add, oh, you know what? I probably should have not have done that on the front. All right, let's add it to the back. How about that? We're gonna add it to the back. It'll dry, it's all good. All right, I'm gonna put this right here. So it's got that little pumpkin look, and then I'm gonna add this to the back. So this I am gonna put the glue on the front because there's this part that's not embossed. So I'm gonna stick that right there. All right, I think. Okay, there's that. And then I like this little swirly jig. I know that's not a word, but in my world, it is a word. It's swirly jig. I don't know what else you would call it. Probably a vine, but it's a swirl. And I like that. So sometimes I'll get out my little brush or my sponge and sponge this on, but sometimes I'm just lazy. And looks like today I'm lazy. So here we go. Let's put this guy, I like him kind of like that. Wait, like that. So there's that little guy. So we'll put him off to the side so he can be drying. All right, and so let's put our card together. I've got a piece of Night of Navy. I use Night of Navy more than any color, I think, in the whole world. And I always use my bone folder to crease these. Okay, it's just, did you see how different that went from being kind of like this to closing all the way? And I really like that. Okay, so we've got this. I'm gonna add this with my beautiful little mark there. I think I might as well use glue. It's out, right? All right, so I've got some glue. You want to be kind of good because it does have that 3D embossing, and so you want to be a little generous. You don't have to be crazy though. Don't get crazy. All right, there we go. Now I'm going to put this down here, and this is just 1.5 inches by 4. It might even be 1.25 inches. I want to say it's 1.25 inches. Yep, I changed my mind. It was 1.25 inches. Now this is a piece of designer series paper that came from a gorgeous, gorgeous set of paper. And I'm going to show it to you because I think this paper is just, there's some beautiful pieces in it that I didn't think I would love as much as I do. So it's all of our designer series paper is 2-sided. This is the pumpkin one. I don't have much of it left. So this is this beautiful pumpkins. It uses Cajun Craze. This is Cajun Craze. This is Mossy Meadow. So then there's this side, and then here's this orange side that I used today. There's this beautiful yellow that's, what is it? Is it crushed curry? I think it might be crushed curry. And then the back, all the back sides are black and white. And the thing I love about this is that, you know, this doesn't have to be fall, even though it's got leaves on there. This does not have to be fall. So you don't have to just use this during fall. This is the pumpkin one, which I love. This is one from a different set. Oh, there's a little bit better image of the pumpkins. So, and then it has this. You can use this all year round. Plaid all year round. And then it's got the great green with lots of swirly jigs. So look at that. I think that's a word. All right. Another one of this yellow, because everything comes with 2 pieces. So these are this. So this one is the back side of this. And then, oh, look at that. I mean, how gorgeous is this? And I mean, it comes in 2 sheets and I love it so much, but I love it so much I hate to use it. So I've got to, I need to use it because it's just gorgeous, and then I don't want it to be gone. I don't know, I have this weird thing. All right, and then this side is the beautiful pumpkins and gourds. So again, yeah, that's a little fall-like, but the back, you could use that in the spring too. So I think it's just got beautiful stuff. I love it. It's got Mary Marlowe in there, just gorgeous. But we're using this little side right here, kind of a nondescript one, right? It's not one of the truly fancy ones. Okay, so we're gonna put it down here, just kind of like a welcome mat, I guess you could say. So there's that. Then I'm gonna put my door frame, and I'm gonna, you know, put it over that accent. I'm gonna call it an accent piece. That's what I'm gonna say. It's an accent, but we're gonna cover it. Let me make sure I get it kind of in the middle here, because I felt like my other one didn't have a good, but you know what, I'm not gonna put that on yet. I'm gonna put my doors always open first, because that goes behind. This is just a hair larger than the opening in the door. So I'm gonna put it here, okay, and I'm gonna pray that that works. Okay, hey, you you kind of got off a little bit, but oh well, we'll let you go. All right, so I'm gonna put this guy right here. And so then that goes just like that. Oh, I love it. And then I'm gonna take my little pumpkin and he's gonna go here, but I'm gonna do dimensionals on here. And I wasn't gonna use this piece. I was gonna say, oh, well, it's almost done. I don't want people to see that, but I want you to see that I don't waste this. This is all good dimensionals right here. They work just fine. So I just take my scissors, my snips, and I snip it. Okay, and I just, snip, 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 snip. And then I've got lots of dimensionals that I can use and I don't waste because I don't want to waste any. All right, so we're going to use this right here at the top. And it doesn't matter if it doesn't look pretty and it's not perfect hexagons because guess what? Nobody sees it and they don't care. So I'm going to use these little guys. And there you go. There it is. He's done, right? All right, so there's this. And then I'll take these off. I was telling my stamp club the other night that, oh my goodness, I've got those hexagons all over my house. So there's the front of my card. I love it. I'm not real thrilled about that, but I did use glue and it's hard to get that off at this point. So I should have noticed it. That's okay. They're going to be looking at this beauty here. Now we're going to do the inside and then I'm going to come back and finish the outside because I don't want you to forget. I don't want to forget that. All right. So we did this inside. It's pretty. It's nice. We did the little shading, but we're going to do a little bit more. We're going to take the pumpkin from the Harvest. Hello, Harvest. And we're going to stamp him down here at the bottom. Okay. And there he is. Put you over there. And then I'm going to use my blender pens, which I love my blender pens so much. I feel like I use them all the time. I've got the Cajun Craze and I've got the Mossy Meadow. I always want to say Mellow Moss because that's a color we used to have 20 years ago, but man, I use that color a lot. So, all right, we're going to start with the light of the Mossy Meadow, and I'm just going to go in and I'm going to do this, do the stem, okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and use the dark. I like the point for this. Again, this set already has the kind of shading ready for you, and I love that about this set. All right, the next one I'm going to use is Cajun Craze, but I'm going to do Cajun Craze light, and I'm going to use the brush side, and I'm going to go around the outside. Oh, my hand's shaking. I'm nervous. Oh. I always go around the outside first because, well, I always worry about getting it all over the place. All right, I'm going to turn it. I'm a lefty, so I'm going to turn that and go around here. All right, and I do want this. Sometimes when I do blender pens, I don't care if there's white showing, but I feel like pumpkins are pretty much, you know, an orange pumpkin is orange. A white pumpkin is white, but an orange pumpkin, he's pretty much orange. So I'm going to try to fill that in. So I'm going to kind of take nice big strokes to fill those together. Okay. All right, and then I'm going to take my darker Cajun Craze and I'm going to use the blunt tip this time, and I'm going to go. And you can see where I went slower, the color is more concentrated, which I'm okay with, especially on this, because I want that color on the edges. And I'm using their little lines because, you know, they're the experts, not me. They have professionals that design these. And I think this is Amy, follow us. Don't think you know more than we do. So I'm not going to presume to know more than they do. So there we go. So there's that. And then I can take my, the light again and kind of pull that together and kind of blend it a little bit if I want to. Or if I don't, then I don't have to, because you know, it's your card, you can do whatever you want. All right, so I'm good with that. I just like the inside to be, you know, pretty and show that there's, you know, just a little bit extra. So we're gonna go ahead and put that on the inside of the card. I didn't want to forget those. I tend to forget the embellishments when I do these. So let's open the card up. And we're gonna put this on the inside. This feels like it's big, but it's not. Okay. Use my glue again. My Solo glue pan. He's so sweet. This dog is so sweet. He's actually my son's dog, but you have college kids? Tell them do not get a dog in college, because they don't know what they're going to be doing after college, and they might have a job where they can't have a dog because they travel. Like my son. I'm just telling you from experience. If they say, Mom, I want to get a dog, you know what you say? Nope, don't get a dog. Not a good idea. They probably won't listen to you, but you can try. Okay, so I'm going to use these. This is a set in the mini catalog, and this actually comes together. It comes with these leaf labels. How cute is that? I mean, I could, and well, it has a tag on it. So if I wanted to do a tag, I could have even added a tag to that, and that would have looked adorable. So if you want to do that, hey, you should do it. Because you're going to get them if you buy this. So I love that. And then it comes with these jewels. I guess they're not jewels, but they're rhinestones or something. And there's my take your pick tool. I don't know why I always do lighter at the top, or smaller at the top and larger at the bottom. So I'm going to do 2 here. I'm going to do a couple on the door so that they show out, because this is the part that I want to highlight. I want to highlight the fact that my door is always open to you, because that's the important part of this card, is I want her to know I'm here for her. So I'm going to try to keep these jewels around that, because this is my message to her. This is where I want her to know that I am here for her, and when she needs to talk, just come on into the library. So that's my card. I think it's cute. I think it's fall, but it doesn't have to be fall. Well, kind of with a pumpkin. You're not going to do that in the spring, but you could. This set, I think, lends itself for all year round. I've seen so many beautiful cards. I'll probably do this set again because, oh, look, I need a little jewel right there. I wouldn't normally do that because I don't normally do 4, but come on. I'm going to put that there because, yeah, that needs that. Okay, I don't normally do 4, so I got to do 5. All right, we'll do 5. We'll do that one right here. Okay, there we go. Now I've got 5. I like to do an odd number, but I feel like it needs that. So there we go. All right, there's your card. Write her a little message. I'm going to tell her, you know, that I'm thinking about her. So, all right. So there we go. Tell me what you think of my card. I hope you like it. I hope you learned something today. I love the idea of die cutting it and putting that in there so you know that it fits. You know, do as I say, not as I do. Make sure you don't put that finger on your blending brush. Hold it from the end. I think that really helps you from not doing too heavy-handed. So I hope you have a great week. Great beginning of October. This is kind of the beginning of the most exciting season of the year to me. We've got Halloween, and then we've got Thanksgiving, which I love that time with family. And then of course Christmas comes for me. There's Hanukkah for all of our Jewish friends. There's just so much that goes on at this time, and I feel like everybody is just a little bit happier. So make a card from somebody, make them feel good. Bring that little bit of joy to them where you can. Have a great week crafting, and we'll see you next week. Bye.